let's go, get into the car and join our adventure here. So we escaped Lima quite quickly, and I mean my parents and I, they visited me today, and we went off to go into inland with the car because we want to see more than just the city. The city is not really interesting for us. We went to Barranco to see the paintings on the wall, which is nice to see, and after that we continued our trip. Started in Lunahuaná, and from there we just like chilled down. My parents had a flight from the Netherlands, so it's quite long, rested, and now we are continuing towards these Inca ruins, I would say, and after that we will continue to see more nature. That's what we're here for, so jump on this adventure, what we're gonna see in this video. So this was the adventure I wanted to share with my parents, the backpacking experience. You arrive in a small town, really small. Booking.com does not offer anything. You just walk into the town and find yourself a place. They want to have a private bathroom, and for me everything is fine, of course. So first place, we had a bunk bed and a separate bed, and the bathroom was not private. So we skipped that one, went to another one, and then they higher up the price while we were in the room. So quite an adventure for them. And yeah, so they see how I handle these situations because yeah, you're just gonna find another place, or you go back to the first one because you have a bed but not a bathroom, which is private. Anyway, we're going today we are going to Huancaya. Never mind, I will put it in the chapters anyway. So you see it in the background right now, and absolutely amazing. You need a car, I would say. Like I see one bus I've seen so far, a few colectivos, but I think it's better to escape Lima by car with this route. You have the time, it's amazing, and absolutely stunning lakes, waterfalls around this area. We started like 2 minutes driving, and then we arrived at the first waterfall. Now 10 minutes later we have this waterfalls. We went there by boat, and absolutely amazing. So I don't know what's up next. We just drive because it's like a circle you don't need really Google Maps, except for if you want to see something extraordinary which is not next to the road. So just doing your research. I explained how you can do your research with Google Maps on the video in Sucre, but I'm gonna continue anyway.
Talking about cultural stuff, getting out of Lima is a disaster. Like seven lanes without any line will convert into 2 lanes, and it's so hard to push through. Luckily my father was driving, but yeah, you really need to push. Then when we crossed the checkpoint where the police stopped us because we didn't put on the lights, they let us pay 400, which is more or less 100 euros. But if we paid the policeman directly, it would be 25 euros after negotiating. So you already feel there are also cultural things. And also we went towards this cave, and this was like this nice guy was saying like, yeah, join me, I can tell you everything about the cave. We said like, no, it's not necessary. We just want to check it on your own. And he was like walking with us anyway. He offered like his service, of course, like explaining about the cave, showing the right spots, and then when we returned, he asked for money. So yeah, some cultural things were heading there. And then escaping Lima, so close, is absolutely amazing. After 4 or 5 hours driving, it was already a different type of nature than Lima. Lima, the concrete city with many traffic. Then you need to consider, if you go there, you will be on altitude. We didn't realize that we were going up that fast, so my parents got sick, and in the end we were like around 4,000 meters almost. So yeah, you can imagine that you will have some altitude sickness if you're not used to it. Luckily I was used to it, but like a short walk from like more or less 1.5 hours was a bit much even, because the altitude makes you really feeling like not hungry, no energy, headaches. It can all be possible. So make sure, if you're gonna do this really amazing trip, which I recommend you to escape Lima, but make sure to do it slowly so you get used to the altitude a bit more, or do some mountains before. And I've been in Huaguis, which is amazing and a must do if you're in Peru, but that's in the previous video, so make sure to check that one out as well.
So we're back in civilization again, and it's funny. My father saw this restaurant and I said, this is your quality. Because I try to get them into the Peruvian food, you know, it's like, it's culture, but the bread is definitely their thing. Also, I have to admit, they were kind of a bit sick from the altitude, so they had struggles with eating anyways. So it's a bit sad, but they stick a bit to the bread and the usual stuff. So I hope in the Amazon we get really Peruvian food, so they have to. So we just brought back the car, which is important for you. If you're gonna do this route, I definitely recommend you to take an SUV. The road was sometimes horrible. We even hit the bottom a few times with the SUV. Anyway, I would definitely recommend you to do the trip. The circle is quite some hours of driving, and the most amazing stuff is halfway. So it's up to you if you choose to go clockwise or not, or just back and forth. The landscapes are really amazing to see around. Last day we were driving for 6 hours, which was like 4 hours. It's nice to see the nature, but I've seen so much of these type of mountains already. So yeah, up to you what you want. And now it's time for the next adventure, and it is with my parents still. So this is all the noise of the airport, you know. So we're flying towards Iquitos to go into the Amazon. And I must admit, I'm really nervous. And why I'm nervous is not what I'm gonna share you now. You're gonna see in the next video, so you need to subscribe for that.